So you have held a number of very high positions in the federal government and in private sector. So I was just wondering, as a woman, what hardships did you feel when you were climbing to the top?
You know what, I've always felt very blessed and fortunate in my career, in the sense that I was never one of these ones who said in 5 years I want to be here. I actually just always took the job at hand and did it to the best of my ability. And then it's amazing how things can come to you sometimes when you're not looking or expecting. But the federal government it's a very fair place to work, and it's good to women. And the opportunity that I had in my most recent position in the private sector, I was the first woman on the management committee in the 107-year history of the company. So breaking down those kind of barriers, but I've been quite fortunate that I've been very blessed and haven't met too many roadblocks along the way.
What is going to be your position in York?
So my position here at York University is a brand new role that was created. It's the Vice President of University Relations, and what it's doing is it's taking 3 units that existed on campus but had different reports and housing them under kind of one leader. So it's going to take alumni and advancement services along with marketing and communications. And then the third component is university events and community relations. Those 3 units will now be housed under the leadership of the Vice President of University Relations. Okay. And I think the goal is that these 3 units really are quite linked in the work they do. They ultimately are the public face of the university in so many respects. And I think to give us a strategic direction moving forward with the same messages and everything, we put them under, as I said, under one leader.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So how do you envision your job?
Well, it's early days. In fact, it's 3 weeks today that I arrived. And when I was going through the search process, I was clear to the president and those that were on the search committee that I would see needing the first 90 or 100 days really to sit and listen, to get a better understanding of what students are saying on campus, what faculty is saying, what administration, what the Friends of New York are saying, the alumni. At the same time, though, giving folks a sense of the values that I would bring to the job. So I'm still in listening mode at the moment, and then at the end of this period, this grace period, then I'll be able to give some sense of the strategic direction that I think the university should take in regards to the portfolio that I'm managing.
Okay, so you came from a private sector, you came from Valley Inco,
Mm-hmm.
and some people have been saying that they have unethical job practices in Brazil and unsustainable environment practices. So is that maybe a reason why you left the company? What was the reasoning behind you leaving the company for York?
Oh, you know what? I had a great 2 years at Valley Inco. They recruited me from my post in New York City when I was serving at the Consulate General in New York. It was a great 2 years of learning. I had the privilege to sit at the senior management table. As I shared with you, I was the first woman ever on the senior management table. I learned lots of great things. But the commodities market went through a rough time, and nickel was, as we say, in the tank. And there's a long history about Vale acquiring Inco and the acquisition and restructuring that needs to be done. So I left last year, and I'm only looking forward to the opportunity ahead of me.
So why did you decide to take that job? I know President Shukri told me they had a lot of interviewees and they reviewed a lot of applications. Why did you decide to apply for this job?
You know, for some of the reasons I've already shared with you. I mean, when you talk to folks, folks just have nothing but, really exciting things to say at York. But people then also cautioned me that sadly these stories weren't getting out. So I see opportunity. I also have very much of the mindset that communications has to work in close collaboration with stakeholder relations and issues management and our alumni and so on. And when you look at the portfolio of this position, it's all encompassing. And so that tells me that the philosophy of the president and his team are aligned with mine vis-a-vis communications, public relations, stakeholder relations, and so on. So, and then you're on a campus with 50,000 plus students, enthusiastic students, the leaders of tomorrow. How could you not get jazzed and energized by a position like that?